We started something here on the station this morning, led by John Ritchie. John is carrying the torch right now to try to get respect for running backs again. Backs for Barkley. We need to move this forward, right? It's not just he's having a great season. We know he's having a special season, and the idea is, why not just give him the MVP? It doesn't have to be a quarterback award. So we thought, let's bring on as many great running backs as we could find, great backs from the past, to kind of help us with this message. So it started this morning with John Ritchie. And now, joining us, you know him as an Eagles Hall of Famer. He was in studio with us about a month ago. The facility on FS1, LeSean Shady McCoy, talking backs for Barkley.
Shady.
What's up, Shady?
What's up, guys? Hey, you got the morning jumping with that music I had going on. Okay.
A little bit. Hey, man, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for calling. I know you got a busy schedule, man, and I know you got a lot going on, but I appreciate you getting back to us on this phone call. But my question to you is this. When you see, especially being a running back, LeSean, what is it about Saquon that just makes him so different, man? Because we've had Pro Bowl running backs here. We had one last year in DeAndre Swift. But what about him that makes him so different?
Hey, real quick, I got to give a shout-out to my guy, John Ritchie. He's from Harrisburg legend. I'm from Harrisburg. He is, too, so shout out to him. Yeah, Saquon's is special, man. Like, first of all, when you have the best offensive line in the league, it makes it a lot easier for him. So now you're giving him these big holes and lanes. A guy with his talent that's so explosive, so fast, right, so strong, it's hard to slow down his momentum. And then his God-gifted talent takes over, making a first guy miss, breaking tackles, and he's fast. People forget how fast that dude is. And that's why he should get the MVP. I've been arguing for the last 3 weeks that Saquon should be the front runner for the MVP. They try to devalue the running back so much. And if you look at all the best teams, they got a good running game. And it just happens that our quarterback, where it's the MVP award, is really Saquon Barkley. Simple as that.
LeSean, you're right about the devaluing of the position. It's changed so much from where it was maybe when you came in the league, a little before that, to where before this year, no one wanted to pay running backs. And LeSean, I like what you said there, because all the good teams, or a lot of the good teams this offseason that signed backs, it's all worked, right? Saquon here, Henry in Baltimore, Josh Jacobs in Green Bay. It feels like this is the turn. I feel like it's coming back here where teams are starting to realize defense and running the game, you can win that way, LeSean, led by Saquon here.
Yeah, man, it's been like a passing league for so long, right? And I don't know if it's the defense got a lot better, but they have. And they've been slowing down a lot of these high-power offenses. And then you get these running backs. Like, look at Detroit. Detroit is a dangerous team, right? But a lot of that has to do with the offensive line, number one. They're probably number two in the NFL. And then you go out there, you draft a first-round running back, right? And you go out there in free agency and spend some money to get another running back with David Montgomery. So that's what it is, man. Like I think nowadays to win in this league and be an elite team, you need a running back. You need them, right? And then look at the Eagles. Like, we probably got number 2 or number 3 best wide receiver in football, however you want to see it, with A.J. Brown, right? And then the quarterback, Jalen's a really good quarterback. But when you got a guy like Saquon, it makes everybody's job a lot easier. And that's what you're seeing every Sunday. Like last game, right, he didn't have a great game. He had a really good game. And it's funny where your back is so good, your offensive line is so good, where if you have a down game, it's 111 yards, right? Think about that. And he seals the game with a big explosive run in the fourth quarter to seal the game away against a really good team like the Ravens. So, yeah, Saquon is our answer, man, and we go as far as he takes us. That's the truth.
Shady, you mentioned that fourth quarter. What's remarkable is how many of these runs from Saquon have been in the second half or the fourth quarter. He has like 900 yards just in the second half of the game. LeSean, what does that say about this O-line and him, that they get better and stronger as the game goes on?
This is crazy to say this because, when Kelsey retired, right, he's probably the best center I played with. Probably the 1 or 2 linemen, because Jake Pierce was really, really good. I didn't think I could see another good offensive line like that one, and this line may be better. I mean, if you just watch the way they play, I was telling some of the guys I work with in the facility that we have a really, really great offensive line, and you're playing against a really good run defense like the Ravens. The first 3 quarters, you might not get no big bursts. You might get a little 12-yard gain, 15-yard gain here and there. You might get some 5s, some 3s, some 4-yard gains. In the fourth quarter, when that big offensive line is wearing you down over and over again, and then you got a running back like Saquon, that's what shows you how good your running game really is. And you see a lot of these games, he might be bottled up for a little bit, but then when that fourth quarter hits and they're tired and he's still got energy and that line's still putting that weight on him, he knows his best. After a while, you can't hold up, and that's what's been happening lately.
Well, it has. LeSean McCoy joining us here, talking about Saquon Barkley, backs for Barkley. All right, LeSean, let's play this out down the stretch. The Eagles have a real chance to get a bye, or at least the number 2 seed, a very high seed in the playoffs. How do you think they're going to handle Saquon down the stretch? Because he's got a real chance. I know you guys been talking about. We have a break in Eric Dickerson's record. Do you think they keep running him? Should they keep running him the last couple weeks of the season, or should they back off? Especially if, let's say that last week they know their playoff seeding. Maybe it's 1, maybe it's 2. Would you still try to let him break the record, or do you kind of say, hey, we got to keep you healthy for the postseason?
Oh, hell no. He done broke my darn record at 255 yards. He got to go get that record from Eric Dickerson. Go get it. You know, I'm laughing, but he got to go get that record. I think as a running back, man, it's so hard to get them type of carries, right? Everything has to work right. You got to get a really good offensive line, the playmakers around you to even out and make it fair in the box, and also healthy. Like, he's been healthy this whole year, man. Like, all that stuff matters. The linemen, for the most part, maybe a game or two, but they all been playing together. If all them things are working out, you got to go for that record. He might not get another chance to go for 2,000 yards. Like, that's unheard of. There's only, 8 guys to do that? So to have a chance to break that 2,100 yards, I would say go do it. Only thing is, I was just thinking, like, back to, like, my years of having a lot of yards. I mean, I got, 1,600. He's about to pass that probably this week or something like that. But as the year went on, right, I probably was a little bit more sore than ever. Like, man, I'm kind of sore. And I don't really take no hits at all. So I was just wondering, like, I don't know how his body is, right? He's a lot bigger than I am. He's probably a lot stronger than I am as well. So he might be good. But I always think about the pros and the cons, the good and the bad, you know. But if I'm the coach, forget what Saquon's talking about. We're going to get this record, because it's not just a Saquon thing. It's an everybody's thing. And this is going to go down for the next 30 years where we have another guy that even break that. You know what I mean? So I would go get it.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I know it just feels like if you were in that situation, LeSean, there's no question that you would try to go for that record, correct?
Oh, hey, Hugh, listen, ain't even no question. Andy Reid, he already know what I'm thinking. I was watching one game. He was like, hey, man, do you want to let the young guys go in there or get you? I love my young guys. I'm going to go out there and get them numbers. If I get tired, come in there and get me back. You know, so.
Yeah, man, because like you said, man, it's funny because, like, I was looking at my algorithm there on my phone, and they had Eric Dickerson on there and some of the other great running backs. This is a special thing, man. And when you look at and it wasn't that bad in New York, I guess. But when you look at what it was for Saquon in New York those first 6 years that he was in the league, man, and what it is now, I mean, hell, yeah, I would go for it too. I mean, I know he's a selfless guy, but hell, I'd go for it too.
I mean, as a competitor, right? Dudes want to go out there and play. They want to make a big bang. Like, for example, man, being in New York, he had a couple good years, right? And a lot of it wasn't his fault, as we can see. And it's like, yo, I got a chance to rub this back in their face.
All day. That's that pettiness. I like that. Yes.
And then the worst thing is, like, you actually had the balls. I'm sorry I can say on the radio, but
no, you can say we say balls all the time. We do that all the time. Don't worry about that.
To tell me, yo, you're not about to pay me. You're gonna pay Daniel Jones? Are you kidding me? Yeah. So yes, I feel like Saquon, he's aware of that. Like we talk. You know what I'm saying? And I will say he's a super humble kid. He's a great person to be around. If he wasn't a great running back, he'd be a good person, because he is that. But he has that competitive nature. We had a golf event we do every year, Penn State versus Pittsburgh. So I remember I didn't know how competitive he was, right? Because you don't know how competitive somebody is until you play with him. You know what I mean? Until you really teammates with him. And I seen how competitive he was to win the tournament, and that I love to see that. So sometimes, like even his last one, when he had the 255 yards, he says, yo, we got the record. You know, we beat Shady's record, right? That let me know right there. It's like, yo, he's a competitor. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, and when you're comparing this game, that's where the better players are. The better players in this league that I've been around, all the greats, the freaking Patrick Mahomes and the Tom Brady's, right? They compete at the highest level. The Jason Kelsey's, all them dudes, they compete. So, yeah, go out there and get that record, man, and let everybody know, because it's not just a Saquon thing. This is a running back thing. That's how they value the running back market, and then this kid goes out there and sets the record. You know what I mean? Like, you know how beautiful that is?
Sounds beautiful.
No, it's a punctuation point on the season. And Shady, I'm not sure if you have, like, in your head the schedule. Do you know who the Eagles' last game is against this year?
The Giants?
It's the Giants. So he could set the record against the Giants. Like, to me, that adds to it.
Oh, that would be, we could write a book about this. Wow. I like that.
I'm still stuck on the fact that you play golf, though. Like, for real? You play golf for real, for real?
Well, now, I'm good in everything. Come on, you know this.
No, I'm just saying.
And we won the tournament.
I heard that. Okay. I need that.
So you got to get Hugh on the course,
right? I'm talking trash, and I can tell because he's competitive like I am. He didn't care like that, but he wanted to win. Because if I lost, I don't care, but I do want to win. You know what I mean? It's a good thing, though.
Yeah, I probably need it.
Yeah, you got to get on the course, Hugh. Come on now.
I got to get my golf outfits though right though, man, because they be clowning me about my golf.
Nice little drink, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got to get my outfits right, man, because last time, Shady, they was clowning me. I was on the golf course.
Well, he wore a sweatsuit to the golf course.
On the golf course.
Oh man, hey, you know what? See, that's the rich people problem. You know what I'm saying? I don't have.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Shady, great stuff, man. We appreciate you. Thank you for making the time. Backs for Barkley, and we'll be watching the facility on FS1. Thank you, Shady.
Appreciate you, man.
Backs for Barkley. I like that. All right, guys, take it easy.
You got it. There he goes. LeSean McCoy there talking backs for Barkley. See, there's so many elements to will Saquon break the record, right? How the next few games will go. They do play the worst run defense in the league this week in the Carolina Panthers. Are they in the running for the 1 seed? Is their seeding wrapped up before Week 18? I just keep coming back to this, Hugh. They play the Giants the last week of the season. If he is within striking distance of the record,
he gonna try to let them have it.
I just don't know how they don't play him. Look, they might be locked into the 1 or the 2, and it might be, if you take away the emotion from it, you might say, why would you play him? Right? He gets hurt, you're ruining your chance to win the Super Bowl. I think it's hard on Sirianni that it's the Giants. If they were playing the Dolphins in the last week of the season, and he was within 135 yards, I think the Eagles could say, you know what, we got bigger fish to fry here. How do they not play him against the Giants?
And I tell you what, I would not be surprised if Sexy Dexy and those those defensive linemen up there, I'm not saying that they give up, but if they kind of let that happen.
Oh, like
it doesn't form straight hands.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like they're having a great time up there in New York right now. It feels like they're doing their damnedest to make sure some things change in the offseason. If you get
they are still friendly with Saquon too.
Yeah, and to be in a position like that, I would. Yeah.
All right, let's go on the record right now. A lot could change over the next 4 or 5 weeks. If he's within striking distance,
go for it.
Do you think they? I'm going to set it up 2 ways. He's in striking distance, but the Eagles know their playoff seeding already. There's nothing to gain by playing.
Go for it.
I think they play him against the Giants.
Yeah.
Kyle?
So
the scenario is he's in striking distance.
Yeah. What's striking distance?
Oh, okay. Let me
50 yards?
No.
100?
100.
Let me amend that.
And their playoff seeding's locked in. They're either the 1 or the 2. They can't move. Do they play him? So that's their quote unquote buy.
I think you got it, man.
Let me amend that. No.
Wow.
Let me amend that because
NFL record.
I'm thinking with my heart instead of my head. And the reason why I say that is this. I forgot how the saying goes, but when you win a Super Bowl, you walk with those guys for the rest of your life. You're gonna and even though this award is kind of in that similar vein, it's similar. But that Super Bowl is different. I got a friend of mine, Joe, who won it, and every year he goes to a banquet, makes me sick to my stomach because we were at the Jets, Bobby Hamilton. We were at the Jets at the same time.
Oh, he was with the Patriots.
He went to the Patriots after he left the Jets.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, when I see Bobby, we're hanging out, and I never wear my NFC Championship ring, and his ass rolls through with those 2 big ass Super Bowl rings.
With the real one. Yeah.
With the real, it's just different, man. And it's different. It's different, and it's a feeling that I wish I knew what that felt like. I really do.